This is the Twitter feed of Clinton Liederman, until recently a feared member of a violent drug gang in Cape Town, one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Working with a group called Labs, Clinton and his former gangster pals have discovered a talent for social media. From leaders in the criminal underworld, they've become social media innovators with thousands of followers across South Africa and beyond. They can create a buzz for a new movie very quickly, they can make a charity better known, or help brand a company among the young. They've even attracted the attention of the World Bank as it looks to new media to create business models for countries emerging from conflict. This is Leonard Doyle reporting from Cape Town.
They've converted from being drug addicts or drug enforcers or, dare I say, killers, into being leaders in the social media revolution.
In my life, for some reason, I turned to drug addiction, to drugs as an outlet for some of the issues I was dealing with in my life. And for a long time, that was my outlet, but it slowly became an addiction. And so now I have social media that is my new outlet. And I'm very cautious to say that it's my new addiction. However, at the same time, it is my outlet in a way of expressing myself through a blog post or putting in 140 characters on Twitter exactly how I feel and getting a response from somebody going through a similar situation, and from that encouraging one another instead of going to the drug or going to alcohol or whatever other addiction you may have. So yes, social media is very therapeutic, and yes,
so there seems to be a natural fit between the hyperactivity of the world and the drug world to this new world.
Yes, there's a lot of activity, a lot of you constantly having to be busy and constantly having to be doing something in order to get money for your drugs. Mm-hmm. So yes, so there's a fit. I see that when you say that now, that in social media there's always something new happening. There's always a new trend that you're now latching onto, or there's a new tool that you're trying out in social media. So yes, there's that constant action and constant something that constantly keeps.
There's a network of you. Can you tell us a little bit about this network and how it's working and how you're growing it into a business model?
The majority of us are friends that grew up together, that did the drugs together, that were involved in that same lifestyle. It's that same group. We've now slowly, one by one, came out of that lifestyle, and we are all one group now. And so we have that same energy that we had in doing the wrong things. We have that same energy still, and we're just channeling that in a positive way. And the group dynamics, yes, we're in each other's space, and when you're in each other's space and each other's face all the time, there is some friction, but it's nowhere near what could have exploded if it was in the previous life we were leading. So we around positivity all the time, and we're always encouraging one another. So the group dynamic, it's good and it's encouraging. It's like an iron sharpens iron type of environment.
My first Friday
Yes.
I came out Tuesday, but then Tion said he phoned on the Jenny.
He did? Jenny was expecting on Tuesday?
But then yesterday. No, I only came out Tuesday. I got to know.
That young girl you just met is probably one of the most dangerous women in Cape Town.
Okay.
She's just come out of prison.
They robbed. There's a school just in the next street, and they robbed one one of the students with a cell phone. And then she came she ran in here by this flat over here, and then the lady wouldn't open Nazir's mom, and then she was banging on the window with a firearm.
Involved in hijacking 4 motor cars.
I'm 25, I'm turning 20, in hospital for about 8 months. I came out, started dragging again. Went back on drugs. I was selling drugs here also.
You were involved in a robbery here with a gun. Tell us about that.
Oh, that was the other scene. That was... Someone took my sister's daughter's phone away at school, so I went. They didn't want to give the phone back. Yeah. And I said to the principal, now I'm going to take 2 phones off now, and I want to see what you're going to do, so that they don't trust and beating the people here full of blood with guns and everything. But I was lost that time. I was lost. I'm not going to do it again.
Okay, my name is Brent Williams, and we're currently standing in Wobbler Court, and that is in Bridgetown on the Cape Flats. And this house over here is basically where I grew up. I've been living here all my life, and this is where all the wrong activities took place as well. So, and growing up here, I saw a lot of things happening around me, like gangsterism and people using drugs. I started to sell drugs as well. So, and I was one of the first methamphetamine dealers in the area. And the house next door, as you can see, the Facebook house, that is the house where I used to deal from. I was like part of the American gang, and I used to store guns here as well. So, like in my drawers and my cupboards and stuff like that. And one evening, actually, I came home and my mom was standing with a bag of guns in her hand, and she told me, "What is this? What is this?" And I just told her, just leave it alone. Don't still touch it and stuff like that. And at one stage as well, so I got a bomb because I was paranoid and I thought that the people was out to come and kill me. Being beaten, being tortured on the drug dealers' yards, on the premises and stuff like that. Yeah. So they had access to the law. They had access to many people.
But the fact that you've left them, they don't see you as a threat now that you've left. They're willing to accept you leaving them and retiring.
Yes, that is the amazing thing. And the same with Bradley. It was a choice we made, and we told them we don't want to be part anymore of that gang activities anymore. But somehow they were fine with it. They didn't bother us after that, and they actually look up to us now.
We think about an idea, we think about in social media, doing research, finding trends and looking at the trends that's happening in the world of social media, and we think, let's take this. How can we know how to tweet. We know fairly a lot about Twitter. We have followers, so we have a network.
Hundreds of followers, thousands.
Yeah. We have together we have thousands of followers, and people that we follow. Or people that follow us, they have their group of followers. So if I tweet something and they retweet it, the rate at which it spreads to the number of people in a few minutes is phenomenal. And so your message that you're putting out there, it could reach 100,000 people in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 2 minutes. And so yes, we look at that and we think, so we have access to all these people. Let's create a business model whereby we can take this a social media strategy as such, where we know Facebook, we know Twitter, we can blog, we have followers on our blogs, we have people following our activities, interested in what's happening at our labs. So we have these people, we have access to these people. So it's free advertising basically. And let's take a business model to an NGO and say, listen, you're doing good work. We can create an online presence. We can create a buzz around your business model, or a buzz around your activities that you do, or the services you offer, and then we develop a social media strategy for that NGO, saying to them, look, asking them what is it that you want, and we then tailor make a package for them.
There's tremendous wealth on the one hand and tremendous inequality still so many years after the end of apartheid.